Revenge porn is what we call non-consensual pornography. It is the distribution of sexually graphic or intimate images of individuals to others. And it can happen when those images were given by consent. So if you take an intimate picture of yourself for your current boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner and text it, or if an image is taken without their consent, so without someone knowing. And both of those images can turn into revenge porn when, say, a jilted lover distributes those images after the end of the relationship in order to embarrass you or harass you. Revenge porn is a problem overwhelmingly for women because it not only embarrasses you, but it subjects you to hate, harassment, and stalking. It has subjected women to incidents of rape. Many people can lose their jobs and face educational as well as professional negative consequences. But more so than that, it leads to depression, anxiety, thoughts of suicide, and in certain cases, when women have been victims of revenge porn, they have receded from public life. We have incidents of individuals who are victims of revenge porn who used to be famous bloggers, who used to be involved in public life, who, as a result of the hate and harassment that resulted, and embarrassment that resulted from being victims of non-consensual pornography, no longer participate in society online. Well, there are several reasons why current law doesn't fix the problem of revenge porn. First, in most states, there are no laws that criminalize this behavior. In only 2 states, New Jersey and California, are there laws that specifically address the issue of revenge porn. The law in California is riddled with loopholes. The law in New Jersey is more comprehensive, but still doesn't address the full problem. And if you wanted to address this problem through tort law, for example, by going after the distributor of the image through a violation of your privacy, for example, this highlights one of the problems with privacy law today. In many cases, the images used in a non-consensual pornography situation are given over to the individual with consent. It's a picture that you take of yourself that you give to your boyfriend or girlfriend as kind of as an exciting image or as an object of sexual attraction. Because you consented, because you gave that image to your partner, current privacy tort law does not consider further distribution of that image a violation of your privacy because you gave it over to someone. In the legal jargon, you assumed the risk that the image would be further distributed. However, that highlights the problem with how most courts and most jurisdictions today view the law of privacy. In many cases, you just gave that image with the expectation that it would be kept secret because the relationship you had with your then boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner was a relationship of trust. You did not assume the risk that he or she would distribute it further because you loved him. In fact, an image like that is just the modern-day version of a love letter, which we do not normally expect will be further distributed. But today's law does treat it that way. We need criminal laws at both the state and federal level to deal with the issue of revenge porn. So we need federal criminal laws because sometimes the images can be transferred or distributed across state lines. But while some people might argue that we could address this issue through tort law or even through copyright law, the problem with that is that it lacks the expressive value that attendant to a criminal law. And what I mean by that is that if you use what may seem like a draconian response of a criminal statute, it tells the public, it creates a social norm that this kind of behavior is simply wrong, that we do not condone it, that it's bad. And without a criminal law, people may go on to think that this is just okay. We can craft a reasonable statute that may include all types of penalties. But this behavior is no different when it comes down to the effects that it has on the individual and the effects that it has on society. It is no different than harassment, stalking, and it has all of the same negative effects that those admittedly criminal behaviors do have. and jail time may be associated with stalking and harassing victims. I respectfully disagree with anyone who says that a law criminalizing revenge porn violates the First Amendment. No one can argue that consuming and distributing sexually graphic images of others without their consent is constitutionally protected activity. There's no First Amendment case that says so, and there is no judge, I think, that would be willing to interpret current First Amendment jurisprudence to say so.